I had this dryer repaired a month ago. The dryer drum was making a lot of rumbling sounds. Now it's moving smoothly, but had been a lot of up and down play in the drum, and there's a series of plastic strips and support pieces that had worn through. During the repair, the water temperature control switch was damaged. Actually, the wiring to the switch was damaged and it no longer functioned. So before I called a repairman back, I decided to figure out what was going on. And I actually took apart this panel. The first step was removing the power cord from the wall outlet. And then there's 2 screws here, 2 screws on the opposite side, and 2 screws on the inside that need to be removed to get this panel off. Additionally, this knob needs to be removed, which I'd already loosened. Now, when I first looked inside here, you know, everything pretty much looked normal, but this water temperature control switch, I found that 3 wires had been twisted together and just then sort of tucked in underneath the switch here. So, but I had noticed the first time I turned the washer on afterwards that the water was running really fast, and I found out it was always running hot and cold to fill the machine, and so it was coming at a much faster speed than usual. So the repair people had damaged the wiring harness, which is supposed to be similar to this unit connecting here, but it had gotten damaged. They just sort of twisted the wires together and didn't tell me about it. So I filmed this and tried to show it to the Sears repair group, and I did a online chat with them. I said, well, what we'll just do is we'll send you a repair person. So the repair person came in and I showed him the video, and then he opened this up and saw the 2 wires that were like this. And he spent a lot of time on a computer and on a phone and said, look, what we're going to do, since you know how to take this apart, is we'll just send you the wiring harness and you can just splice it together. Since you have Radio Shack parts, you can just splice it together. So what I got was this unit in the mail. And I thought, you know, this doesn't look like it goes into the switch, and indeed it didn't. Plus, the wire color pattern doesn't match at all. So at that point I decided I need to recontact them. I shot a new film of the way the parts were incompatible, and once again they said, well, look, we can't access your film. And so what I ended up doing was on the online chat, as I typed out the part number for this item, and they were able to call up an image of it, I typed out the part number that was on this erroneous cable that they sent me, and they were able to find that and get an image of it, and exactly matched. But I said, you know, but that's the cable doesn't work. So next they got an image of a replacement cable, and the part looked like this online, and I thought, oh God, that's all I need is this little piece here. And so what I found is this is the wiring color that matches the broken part. So I'm just going to take this little section off here, snip it off, and splice it together with these wires. And this looks like it'll actually fit into the panel, which I'll have to test for. So this is the switch and the new wiring harness, which plugs right into there. I have some splicing materials for a small size wire and slightly larger size wire, which sort of lets the ends be crimped together, and then I've got this crimping tool, and I figure I can repair it like this. So the first step is stripping back the wire, inserting the bare wire end into this little tube, and then crimping it with this the red one matches the red crimping spot at the end for the small size wires. So just matching up the wire colors, black to black, red to red, and I'll call this other one peach, peach to peach. Now, of course, the other way would be to remove all these connectors from these pieces and trace the wires back to their origin inside the machine. But that just seems like too much when I only have to deal with one switch, really. So to test if the water is working properly, I've got the hot water shut off at the wall, so I should get no water flow when I turn this on. And there's the hot water. Now to test the cold, I've shut the cold water off at the wall. And now it just shut off as it drained the water out of the hose, I guess. And now it's resuming after I turned the water on at the wall. So that concludes this repair.